It's time to get in the kitchen, my friend.
All right.
Our first guest has shown us how to use phyllo dough with Greek pizza. She's added a Greek twist to a Thanksgiving appetizer. Plus, she brings us the traditional dishes like spanakopita, baklava.
Wow.
Are you with me? Yeah?
I'm getting it.
But she says this is not just for Greek dishes. Phyllo dough works for a Minnesota breakfast.
All right. Well, here's showing us how to spring up asparagus and potato egg bake. We welcome the owner of Kafe 421, Antigoni Sander McCloud.
Hi,
how are you? Good to see you too.
Okay, so Minnesota egg bake, casserole, classic Minnesota.
Correct.
Phyllo dough, classic Greek, my love.
Exactly.
Okay, what are we doing?
So this dish, I think, is perfect for the upcoming spring holidays. We have Easter, Mother's Day, those sorts of things. And like a lot of special occasion dishes, a lot of work goes into it in advance, but then it's super hands-off once you get rolling.
I love this. And phyllo dough, I know you've said this before, but you say it's really not worth making on your own. Like, just buy it.
Yes, absolutely. I've never tried to make it. I've been told by those who have, like, you need a table this size and you roll it out, and it's like a really big ordeal.
Where do you get phyllo dough?
You can buy it in the frozen food section of most supermarkets.
All right.
So this size that I like to use is the 9x13 size sheet, or 9x18 rather.
Yep.
The supermarket generally sells smaller boxes. You can do the same thing, you just have to be a little bit more creative with how you place the sheets in your dish.
What's happening with your glove situation here, sister?
All right, so do you have a mandolin?
I do.
Joe?
No.
No, all right. So a mandolin is a tool that a lot of us think are super restaurant-y and we can't have them at home, or if we do, they're super dangerous.
Yeah.
Lots of people lose little pieces of finger and knuckle and that sort of thing.
And that can spoil a dish.
It totally does. That blends right into the dough. So I learned this cool trick where if you have a garden glove, or this is an oyster shucking glove.
Or a Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know I'm bad. You can use this to work with the vegetable, because a lot of mandolins that you buy at the store have these guards that I find to get in the way completely.
Mine is horrible.
Yeah.
And I have to like put the vegetable stuck in and it never really sticks. It's terrible.
Exactly, and I end up wasting more of the vegetable than slicing it. So I've used this mandolin, I've set it to 1/8 of an inch slice.
Okay.
And with the glove, you can just slice right on down. You can use a knife, but look at how close I got to the nubbin.
Good job.
And I have all of my fingers intact. Isn't that
glove
phenomenal?
is white and there is no blood.
There is no blood.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good.
So I just want to sort of wipe away the fear of the mandolin and give you a tip on how to make it a little more user-friendly at home.
They're so uniform. They're all perfectly the same thickness.
Almost like potato chips.
They really are.
They're perfect for potato chips like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, moving on to assembling the dish, I have laid out the phyllo dough here. It comes wrapped in this plastic wrap like a roll.
Don't use the plastic.
Don't use the plastic, but when you're working with it, you'll put a damp towel over it so it doesn't start to dry out.
Yep.
And then with this dish, you generally work 2 pieces at a time. And I'll let you do it, Elizabeth, if you want to place the dough into the casserole.
Oh man, I got a lot
Oh,
of
so this is the stuff you eat between the baklava and stuff like that. Okay, that's what this. Okay.
Yeah.
And once you put enough butter or oil on it, and then
tuck it in?
Tuck it in gently.
Oh,
it's been open a little bit, but don't worry, because once you start greasing it up, it's going to be just fine.
Don't want to disappoint Antigoni.
Grab the cooking spray.
Okay.
And spray it down.
Spray. Okay, right here. No. Okay.
And the reason I'm using cooking spray rather than butter here is because each of the layers of this dish is oiled up.
Okay.
The potatoes are oiled up and that sort of thing, so I don't want it to be too greasy.
Okay.
And you're going to do this 4 times, layering the dough, and then we top the dough with Parmesan, creating a Parmesan crust.
I like it already.
And then you would do this 4 more times. And just do that. Tuck it in.
Spray. Joe, you be the sprayer.
Spray, please.
Come on, spray, please.
Perfection.
Yes.
Love it.
Good.
So now we're going to do...
More of this?
Yep, go for it. And if you want to do 1 more layer, we're going to move on to potatoes.
You gotta wait till you get into the
You don't have to spray this time, tragically. But here, I'm going to give you the cooking shears, because you're going to get to use those in a second.
Okay.
Now we're going to take the potatoes that we've sliced, and we would have already tossed them in oil, salt, pepper, and a little lemon juice so they don't brown, and layer them as you would if you were making scalloped potatoes or scalloped potatoes.
So just flat like that?
Flat. I like to shingle them a little bit.
Okay.
So you get a nice potato layer there.
Look.
I was a roofer in college. I could lay these
you can totally do this. I need a new roof on my garage. You want to come over, Joe?
So creative.
Okay.
So Joe, with the scissors, just trim around.
Trim here?
Yes.
Yes.
where the dough is, so that you don't have all this gnarly sort of dry phyllo dough hanging over.
Yep.
And we'll finish cleaning it up as we move a little bit further down into
I might
the
need your
assembly
glove.
process.
I might need your glove. I'm not good with sharp objects.
That one's pretty blunt, so you should be okay.
All right.
So what else do we layer here, Tig?
All right, so next you are going to put a few of these leeks that we've sauteed in just a little bit of oil.
Love it. Okay.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
And then we
Yum.
will do some mashed potatoes, scrambled eggs.
You get on that.
Go
All right.
for that.
Scrambled eggs.
And that's 12 eggs that we've scrambled.
The whole
Any
thing?
old way, all of it. Yep. Any old way you like to scramble. If you like to slow scramble, quick scramble, whatever.
Yep.
And
All
they
right.
have tarragon and chives
smells
and
good.
lemon in there. And then you're going to top it with Swiss cheese.
We like that.
Love it.
Okay.
And we would put more leeks on top. And then the coolest part of the dish, I think,
I'll just keep going.
is topping this with asparagus.
Beautiful.
So what I have there is asparagus that I've already trimmed down and olive oiled and salt and peppered. So you lay those like little
that?
soldiers. Yep, side by side, nice and tight.
Good
Enjoy the time.
job.
Yeah.
And so then I'm assuming we're going to end up topping it with more of the
We're going to
phyllo
do
dough?
one more layer of phyllo dough, and I'll just
Oh,
do
wow.
this quick so you can see what we would do.
And you bake this. Now, you said you can make this a couple days in advance and just let it sit?
Yep, you can make it a couple days in advance. This layer, I do butter.
Okay.
And I follow the direction of the asparagus spears.
Yeah.
So that
Oh
it
my
doesn't
gosh.
rip. And once we're done with that,
We eat it.
Eat it. Go for it. We trim
so
off
this
the
is it.
sides,
Oh,
and we
sure.
would score it with a knife so when it bakes, the phyllo doesn't crumble.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's nice and springy.
Oh, yummy.
Lemony, fresh herbs, lots of flavors
Love
of
the
spring.
lemon. And like
Yeah.
crispy, that's really good.
Very good.
That's gonna it will impress your guests.
It definitely is an impressive
Oh,
dish, and it would
yum.
be beautiful on a buffet as part of a larger sort of brunch spread.
Great job, Tig.
You're
flavors.
I know, it's
Yeah.
bright and lemony and yummy. Okay, if you want to make this, we've got the recipe. It's under food on our website, twincitieslive.com. And be sure you make your Easter brunch reservation at Kafe 421 because they're going to be open from 10 to 3. You can get in. You could eat a lamb burger if you want.
Have a piece
You know,
of
I
egg
love
bake.
that.
This is,
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
Oh, delicious. Okay.